Hi friends, Aitherea here. A lot of people seem to be really intimidated by the wall-to-wall pull, and hey, if you really don't want to do it, you don't have to. I'm not trying to force you. But if you want to try, if you someday want to be able to do this, then I'm hoping that the video today, the clips that you're about to see, will give you some encouragement. So basically, my friend and I decided to do a little experiment where we'd run some dungeons and he wouldn't mitigate basically the entire time. He would not mitigate any of the wall-to-wall pulls despite playing a tank, which meant that I, as the white mage, would have to keep him alive fully through my own mitigation tools and healing. We started out with an expert roulette, but it ended up actually kind of being too easy. So we did try a Shadowbringers dungeon afterward, which you will see. And I want to make it clear that my goal here isn't to flex or look like some sort of Chad, but instead to show you that even when a tank uses absolutely no mitigation, it is still possible for the group to survive a wall-to-wall pull. We did also end up swapping roles because I pretty much never play tank and he pretty much never plays healer, because I wanted to illustrate what it might look like if both the tank and the healer are inexperienced players, and spoiler alert, it still worked out just fine. Throughout the video, my friend and I will be sharing some of our Final Fantasy XIV gaming wisdom, especially in regards to the jobs that we are playing, so hopefully you'll be able to pick up some helpful tips too. Now, there are some caveats to this little experiment that we did, so before you run to the comments and tell me why I'm wrong and I'm proving nothing, I know. So, first of all, the level 100 dungeons that we ended up doing were quite forgiving because not only are we doing them when they're already somewhat outdated, but level cap dungeons also sink down to a maximum item level for that dungeon that would be something like 30 levels above the minimum item level required to do the dungeon. Meanwhile, a leveling dungeon, so whatever doesn't end in 0, those types of dungeons will sink down to approximately 10 levels more than the minimum item level required to do that dungeon. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Basically, in a level cap dungeon, when you're sinking down, you're getting more extra item levels, like versus the minimum item level, than you would in like a leveling dungeon. I honestly don't know the exact specifics of it, only that the level cap dungeons do tend to be more forgiving because of the way that they sink. Another thing is we do have our whole kit available to us at level 100, which just means that we have so many more options for mitigation and heals. And this was really noticeable when we did Holminster switch, because I, as a white mage, did not have 2 charges of Divine Benison. I did not have Temperance. I did not have Aquavale. I don't even think my Plenary Indulgence had Mit on it at that level, but I'm not entirely sure. Just basically a lot of the things that I would use to mitigate at level 100, I just didn't have. So I had to do a lot more healing to keep him alive in Holminster switch than I would in the level 100 dungeons, because at that point I have a fair bit of mitigation. I also want to note that it's really Shadowbringers content and beyond where wall-to-wall pulls really became normalized. Before then, dungeons weren't necessarily designed to be pulled wall-to-wall, and sometimes trying to do so was just truly impossible. You just cannot. So pre-Shadowbringers, wall-to-wall is not the rule of thumb, it's not an expectation, and if there is any like rule of thumb for how to pull those dungeons, it's probably more something like pull as many as you can without dying. Anyways, without any further ado, here are 2 idiots who, against all self-imposed odds, managed to survive the wall-to-wall pulls. Okay, so here we go. Kaju, you're not gonna use any mitigation. We are both currently Guild Wars 2 players. We don't know how to play Final Fantasy XIV. We don't fucking remember. Yeah. That's right. I even just used a skill too early. Oopsie.
And dodge roll.
I know. I wanna press it. Shit. Let's see. I will be using, oh, that's right. I'm mitigating for you.
I might even shit.
See, and on White Mage it's a little bit easier because Holy kind of acts as a little bit of mitigation. And I am using, God, it's hard to do this and talk. Aquavale.
It's hard to not mitigate because I do it by instinct.
Do it. Aquavale and Divine Benison. You know what? We should also get Asylum up. I'm gonna heal him. And since I'm mitigating for him, I obviously have to heal a little bit more. This dungeon is really easy right now, though. Like, did you see that? They just wiped the floor with those mobs. So, like...
It is a 0.3 dungeon, so it's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah. But I think that's also, like, fair to note is, like...
A 0.4, but
they're also going to get easier. I can't believe I didn't regen you.
I
literally didn't regen you. That's dumb.
Does sprint gap closer count as mitigation? Kinda does.
I'm gonna mitigate you now with wings, temperance, and again divine benison. We're gonna use holy on the mobs. See, like right now we're rusty. I forgot to regen him. That's insane. And if I really needed extra healing, I could also put regen on with Medica 3, so you'd have 2. And then we're gonna do another divine benison. Plenary indulgence is also a mitigation, so we'll use that. White Mage has a lot of mitigation to offer, actually. I can also give him Aqua Veil for mitigation, so there's just tons. Are you gonna mitigate this one and try to explain yourself?
Oh, yeah, I can try it then. Alright, so you always want to start with sprint before actually getting in combat, so it lasts 20 seconds and not 10 seconds. If there's 3 targets, what I'll do is I'll provoke, then use my lightning shot, and then provoke. I could AoE, but I just want to keep sprinting. I don't want anything to do it. And then I'll gap close at the end. And then I'll start with little cooldowns. She's a white mage, so she's probably going to start holying right away. So, like, I'm not going to use anything big. I'll wait until after the holy wears off. I think she's got 1 more left in her tank. And then I'll probably use, like, the longer one, Nebula. And, I mean, people are already dead, because, like I said, it's an older dungeon, so it's really not a big thing. But, like, while doing the little ones, that's when you sprinkle in, like, your Heart of Corundum, like, whenever. You should be able to do, like, Reprisal, like, every pull. And don't forget, like, even, like, your AoE mit, like, Heart of Light, like, that's a little bit of damage mitigation, too. It's not much, but it's a little one, and, like, where else are you going to use it, right? Why not? And of course, everyone knows, like, Arm's Length, too. It'll slow them down. I'll do that this pull. I'll do it after the Holy. But now, I didn't use Rampart last pull, I used Nebula, so now I have Rampart for this pull. So I'll get here, again, starting with the little stuff, little Heart of Corundum, Aurora. She's holding just while that's being sussed out. And then I'll use Arm's Length. And now everything except that thing that's casting the cone is going to be slowed, and then I'll Rampart, and I mean, at this part, like, stuff's going to die. But even if, like, we're fighting, like, things that were living a lot longer, or we're fighting, like, slower DPS people maybe that weren't as scared or weren't as good, you're still, I have a lot of tools. And it's always good to also use your invulns, like, proactively. Like, don't save them for oh shit moments. Like, a lot of, like, the big first pulls in dungeons that are, like, really, really big, like, a lot of times it can be good to kind of start with the invuln. Maybe not necessarily for the white mage, but, like, as soon as the stun wears off, use your invuln. And then, yeah. And by then, it'll be back up for, like, before the last boss.
Yeah, and that time I didn't mitigate at all, but usually you would have some mitigation from the healer as well, and heals if needed, so of course you're not alone in it. He was alone in it that time, but I did give him regen, but that was pretty much all you got, was like the regen and the holy.
Did you heal me yet?
No, only with regen. The other thing is, like, neither of us are playing, like, optimally. Like, oh my god, my asylum hasn't been up. I forgot to use my presence of mind on the first pull, because normally I would use it, like, on the first pull so that it's ready for the boss. I forgot. Like, you don't have to play perfectly, but you do want to be aware of, like, what the longest cooldowns are, because it's kind of better to press them sooner, or, like, if you have more than one, like, I have Temperance, and I don't necessarily always need... Well, I have Temperance and I have, like, Benediction. I don't necessarily always need them. I also have Lilybell. But it's something to be aware of, because it's like, okay, maybe I want to use Temperance for the first pull, so it's back in time for the boss. And then maybe I'll use like Lily Bell for the second one if I feel like I need something more. But something to be aware of for Lily Bell is it goes off when it hits you. So it's a skill that if I'm going to use it to like heal my party or my tank for a mob pull, I'm going to just probably set it off myself because I'm not really getting hit. So, but it still is a strong heal.
Alright, Aitherea, this is going to be all
again.
you.
I'm
Good
scared.
Luck.
She got nervous.
It might be a little spicy.
Oh my god, they are spicy. I'm terrified. I still have some holies left in me.
I'm afraid.
Oh god.
I'm very
No. I don't think I can do this.
afraid. Okay, they're starting to die. They're starting to die. Oh.
Oh my god.
Cool. This one's rough too. So.
I don't have temperance in this dungeon because it's level 80 and this is level 72.
Good luck.
This is
I think there's 3 packs here. Man, I don't even have. Or no, there it is. It just came off cooldown.
I need to regen you again so I can get everything in my mob list.
Does kiting count as mid?
Oh my god. I'm gonna start actually with Medica 3 because I need to get like another heal on you like stat. Because I need to keep them stacked. Oh god.
I'm in her.
I need to get Medica 3, please! I do have plenary again, which is good.
Just let Jesus take the wheel.
I don't have like much heals up that I have to cast now.
Alright, we're done now.
Oh my god!
I think I think the DPS is also pretty baller, so like,
yeah,
that
I mean,
helps.
It's definitely
If they were like newer players, if they were like just didn't know their jobs very well, then it's very possible that it just would have been outlasted.
It's definitely more difficult because you actually have to be kind of like a decent healer and know your skills and know what they do. Because like I know what Plenary Indulgence does, right? Like I know that Plenary Indulgence will buff my healing. So I used it not right away, but a little bit in when I was like, okay, now we're getting like a little more struggle bus here. And for the second pull, I didn't have Presence of Mind because Presence of Mind is another good one because it'll make your cast quicker. So if you want to cast your heals a little faster, that can help. If I really needed it, also Swift Cast would allow me to Swift Cast a Cure 2. But we got her done. I was a little nervous, especially because I haven't played in a while, and I'm like kind of panicked a little, but it was fine. Oh god.
Good luck.
Just like, can you please survive the initial barrage? Okay, wait, I have Asylum now.
Sometimes when you do Holy, I think I'm lagging.
This is how it used to be, though, where, like, I remember some dungeons where I literally used to have to stack, like, the regens. I used to have to stack regen and Medica. Because...
I still do when I heal, because it feels good.
I don't have to anymore, because, like, the dungeons just haven't been, like, hard enough for me to have to.
For me, it just feels good. I just like it.
But I know there were some, I want to say, in like maybe Endwalker where I had to. And sometimes it was a matter of just like, let's be honest, maybe a weaker tank, which you are cosplaying as right now, somebody who's not mitigating, or somebody who maybe they are mitigating, but they're not mitigating enough. They're just maybe not like sure how to, what kind of a rotation they should be doing. So I had to definitely use more heals. But it's actually kind of fun for me, like, having little experiments like this is actually, I find it fun. Because, you know, like, I feel like sometimes that's what you have to do, because you get so used to the game and the way that it plays, right? That sometimes you have to, like, break it yourself to have, like, a little more interest, I suppose.
Kiting will will keep you alive during really risky situations. I remember last year, a couple months ago, whatever, I did that to stay alive. I don't remember what dungeon it was, but they were like, "This isn't WoW. Stop running around." And I'm like, literally, me running around is like slowing their auto attacks from going off and keeping me alive.
Right,
and it did.
right.
It kept us alive. Now, like, typically, it does make melee DPS jobs harder and everything, but like when you're in that situation where like you need a couple more seconds,
but the melee are gonna die if the tank dies, so they can shut up.
Exactly.
Like, stop fucking, bro. Now we're gonna do me on tank and Kaju on healer because we don't play these. Basically, I suck, and if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, here we go. I'm ready to be bad.
Should
Look
be.
at them
I'm
go.
looking at my buttons, and I don't remember what these are.
I gotta...
I remember Art of War. That's all I need.
Yeah,
I'm probably
just
like
slap
not gonna eat my fairy at all. I don't even remember how to eat my fairy.
Alright, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna start with Rampart, because why not? And now I'm gonna get into the AoEs. Can they all come here, please?
That was not the button I wanted. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. I'm gonna use bloodwhetting now. I'll be fine.
Come on.
As a tank, specifically a warrior, it's really easy not to die even if you're bad, because you have bloodwhetting and it's just on like a 25-second cooldown, so like it'll be back. And you have a lot of heals. Like, I'm gonna heal myself because I don't trust him. So
I found XCOG on my bar, so like we're pretty solid. I don't remember what this does. Expedient.
yeah,
Ooh.
we both don't remember how to play these jobs really. We're figuring it out as we go. And where our buttons are. Like I said, we've been playing Guild Wars too, so like, you know. Did you even use Sacred Soil?
I did use Sacred Soil there.
You shouldn't have. We don't need Sacred Soil. We don't even need it in Fru, so I don't know why you were doing that.
I'm sorry, I'm a Guild Wars player now. All I do is ground AoEs.
Where's the rest of them? Am I... Why aren't there more?
Nope, that's it.
Are you serious? I feel cock-blocked. Inserting a voiceover here because I didn't really explain what I was doing here at all, so obviously I'm just pulling the mobs. I like to throw a tomahawk at them for a little bit of extra DPS, and I gather them all up and realize that's all I've got. We're doing Rampart for a little bit. My friend puts XCOG on me, which I didn't notice. I also threw Shake It Off on, but if I had noticed, this would look really smart because the XCOG wears off and then I use bloodwhetting, so it looks intentional. And a good tank, for a good tank, it would be intentional to get actual use out of XCOG, because actually earlier in this clip, I literally wasted the XCOG because I bloodwhettinged over it. But yeah, it looks really cool. I used Rampart and then I used bloodwhetting, but you know what I didn't do? I didn't use inner release. Oops. I'm bad. I'm slightly distracted, but mostly I'm also just bad. That's mostly what it is. But again, if I can do it, you can do it. Just play warrior. Just play warrior, because if anything, you just use bloodwhetting and you've got these two heals as well. You've got, it's called Thrill of Battle and Equilibrium, and you'll be fine, because you're a warrior. I can't give advice on how to play tank. I can only tell you what I'm doing and the fact that I'm not dead. You know what I mean? And we also have a healer. So, like, you can be subpar like I am. And between being a warrior and having a healer, it's gonna be fine.
And if you're a healer, you can forget where your raise is if you're
the warrior will just carry it. So it's fine.
This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Where's my... I'm gonna open my skill book.
Hold on. Don't like, don't move away from me. I need to...
I am so... Where's my race? There it is. I found it after I died.
I'm gonna do it all by myself. I'm that girl. I've never been that girl in my life before, but it's my moment. I'm that girl who needs a when there's a warrior. Also, something to know about warrior and bloodwhetting is, like, the more mobs you have, the more you will heal. because bloodwhetting heals you based on the things that you're hitting. So the more that you're hitting, the more that you get healed, which means it actually works better if you do wall-to-wall pulls. Do we? Oh, you and the red mage died again. Look at this though, guys. I have bloodwhetting. Do you see this? Do you see this? I don't need him. I don't need him. As you can see throughout these clips, neither of us are playing perfectly or even optimally, and sometimes we, especially me on Warrior, are downright bad. But even then, we were able to overcome the challenge of wall-to-wall as well as the dungeons themselves. And the people that had to deal with our antics? Not a single rude word was spoken. Everyone was very chill and kind. And at the end of our Origenics run, one of them even apologized, even though Kaju and I were actually the worst players in there. And we're Savage Raiders, by the way. Obviously, you don't have to wall-to-wall pull if you really don't want to, but I hope these clips showed you that it's not always as difficult as it seems, and if two distracted, rusty idiots can do it, well, probably so can you. As always, please consider leaving a sacrifice to Lord Algorithm in the form of a like, comment, share, or subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my channel members for supporting me.